Hi everybody, it's Dr. Lewis at Coast to Wellness in Lisbon. I have yet another exercise for everybody to start to include into the routines at home, and this is a little bit of a different one. I think I might have shown this once in the past, but we're going to revisit it. One of the biggest issues that people deal with when it comes to health of the joints of their body is the hips. Very common that people start to develop dysfunctions in the hips as we grow older. As time passes, as we stop to use them in more dynamic fashions, we stop to play, we stop to crawl and roll and squat and all these things. And even if you do consistently go to the gym, chances are you're doing 2 feet on the floor, squatting down, maybe you do some lunges. We're still not really using our hips in a really complicated fashion, although you are probably maintaining better mobility than somebody that's very sedentary. But on a good mobility routine exercise that we can use for the hips is just planting the femur, planting the floor, planting the foot, and then moving our upper body in relation to it. This allows us to get better at or develop better movement strategies from when we are moving things in our environment or moving around our environment, and we need good mobility through the hips or good control of our hips and pelvis. If we don't have good mobility through the hips and pelvis, then we aren't able to transfer force very efficiently from the ground up through our body. So if we're lifting something or playing with our kids, we're going to develop compensatory strategies for that. Maybe we have a little bit more stress in the lower back, maybe our knees are starting to give out. But anyway, we're going to start to introduce this exercise, okay? And you can think about introducing it just as a way to start to learn the movement, so practicing it for about a minute or two. Or you can do 12 to 15 repetitions of this and then carry on with the rest of your mobility routine or add it into your warm-ups. Or just practice it when you're at home. So one thing that we can do is plant one foot. So I'm going to plant my left foot here. And I want that, while I'm doing this exercise, I want to feel a good even distribution of weight. I should be able to feel the weight move around on my foot, but more or less be stable. I should be able to change the position of my body. So this is also kind of a balance exercise for your feet and for your vestibular system. But we're going to kind of shift forward as this foot is planted, and we're going to kick this leg backwards, okay? Now, I don't want you to compensate too much when you kick the leg backwards. I don't want you to come open like this. I want you to keep this knee facing more or less the ground, with the pelvis facing more or less forward. We're going to hinge forward like that. Just this position. You can maintain a little bit of a bend in the knee if you like, and then we're going to hinge back up. So just hinging forward like this is asking the relationship between my femur and my pelvis and my femur to change. So we're going to be forcing a little bit into a rotation. When we get into that position, we can also open up to the side, and we can drop down. Open up and drop down. And you'll feel this in the hip. You might feel a little bit in the lower back as well if you have any irritations down there, but we're going to hinge back upwards, okay? Then we can do it down into a little bit of a lunge, okay? And then back forward, open, close. You get the idea, all right? Anyway, great exercise I think anybody can add in to their routine to make you a better mover, hopefully tackle some low back pain and just mobilize the hips. Also be good for restricted hips and pain in the hips as a result of that. So let me know if you have any questions about that in the DMs, and we'll try to expand on any of this if anything's confusing. But other than that, try to introduce a new routine.